Did you know that nearly 1 in 3 travelers say they've regretted their airport outfit before even reaching their gate? And let's be honest, most of us have cringed at least once at someone struggling with a romper in the airport bathroom or trying to sprint to a gate in high heels. In today's video, we're breaking down the biggest airport fashion mistakes outfits that seem like a good idea until they make your flight miserable. From TSA holdups to in-flight discomfort, these style choices can seriously mess with your travel day. So if you want to avoid the wardrobe slip-ups that slow you down or just look totally off at 30,000 feet, don't skip this one. Let's get into it. Number 1. Tighter restrictive clothing. It might look stylish, but it's one of the worst choices you can make for air travel. Wearing skinny jeans, body-hugging leggings, or anything with a stiff waistband can seriously reduce circulation in your lower body, especially during long-haul flights. This isn't just about comfort, it's a health risk. Sitting for extended periods in cramped airplane seats already slows blood flow, and tight clothes make it worse. That's where the risk of deep vein thrombosis comes in, blood clots that can form in your legs, and in serious cases, travel to your lung. That's why medical experts and aviation health organizations warn that flights over 4 hours double the risk of DVT, especially when passengers wear restrictive clothing. The World Health Organization recommends loose, breathable travel outfits to encourage healthy circulation. Compression socks are a smart add-on, but they only help so much if your pants are cutting off your waist. Choosing soft, elastic waist pants and breathable tops not only keeps you comfortable, but also supports your body through cabin pressure changes and long hours of sitting. Number 2. Maxi dresses and skirts. These might seem like a cozy, flowy choice for travel, but they come with real risks at the airport and in-flight. The biggest concern is safety. Long hems can easily get caught in escalators, moving walkways, or baggage belts. That's not just inconvenient, it can be dangerous. These loose garments also tend to brush against public surfaces like airport floors and airplane lavatories, which aren't exactly the most sanitary places. Former TSA agents have pointed out that maxi skirts often lead to additional screening because they can hide items that tighter clothing wouldn't. Some travelers have reported needing pat-downs simply because their skirts gave unclear readings on body scanners. Flight attendants also discourage long skirts because they complicate quick movement in an emergency. Moreover, using the restroom on a plane while wearing a floor-length dress is awkward and unhygienic. Travel experts recommend swapping them out for ankle-length joggers or mid-length dresses with a comfortable fit. Number 3. Pajamas or sleepwear. Wearing these outfits to the airport might feel like the ultimate comfort hack, but it's not a great idea once you leave your bedroom. While soft fabrics are tempting for long flights, pajamas lack the structure and practicality needed for travel. They're often thin, overly casual, and not designed for public settings. If your flight is delayed, rerouted, or if you need to go straight to dinner or a meeting afterward, you'll likely regret not dressing a bit more presentably. Travel experts often advise against pajamas because they can draw unwanted attention, especially during unexpected situations like emergency landings, missed connections, or interactions with border officers. Cabin crews also point out that sleepwear doesn't provide much protection from cold cabin temperatures, and it offers zero utility, no secure pockets, no layering options, and no coverage during restroom trips on a bumpy plane. Number 4. Shorts or short dresses. Airplane cabins are often much colder than expected, and you'll be sitting for hours in direct contact with public seats that aren't cleaned as thoroughly as you'd hope. Exposing too much skin in these conditions isn't just uncomfortable, it can be unhygienic. You'll also be dealing with airport seats, security bins, and possibly even floor contact during security checks. Flight attendants frequently recommend avoiding overly revealing outfits for flights, not just for modesty, but for comfort and sanitation. Cabin air is dry and cold, and skin-to-seat contact can lead to irritation. Also, in an emergency, exposed legs offer less protection from potential scrapes or burns. Experts suggest lightweight, full-length pants or leggings as a smarter alternative. They provide a clean barrier between you and every surface you'll touch during your trip, and they'll help you stay warm too. Number 5. High heels and backless shoes. These shoes may look stylish, but they're some of the least practical and potentially unsafe choices you can make when flying. For starters, they're a hassle at security checkpoints. You'll likely have to remove them, and slipping them back on while balancing at the end of the conveyor belt isn't exactly graceful. Once you're on the plane, the problems continue. High heels can make it difficult to walk down narrow aisles or stay stable during turbulence, and they're completely impractical in the event of an emergency evacuation. Flight safety professionals and cabin cabin crew strongly discourage high heels, especially stilettos, because they can damage inflatable evacuation slides or make it harder for passengers to move quickly. Backless shoes like flip-flops or slide-ons can slip off easily, leaving your feet exposed to airport and airplane floors, which are often far from clean. Podiatrists also warn that backless shoes don't provide enough support for long walks across terminals. Instead, opt for supportive closed-toe shoes with a rubber sole. They'll keep your feet comfortable, secure, and ready for anything travel throws your way. Number 6. Excessive metal jewelry. Wearing excessive jewelry while traveling can be more trouble than it's worth. Large earrings, chunky necklaces, metal bangles, and layered bracelets can easily trigger airport metal detectors, causing delays and leading to additional screening. At security checkpoints, TSA agents may ask you to remove anything that sets off alarm, which slows you down and increases your chances of misplacing valuable items. Former TSA officers note that while small items like wedding bands and stud earrings usually don't cause problems, bigger and bulkier metal accessories often require extra inspection. Not only does this disrupt your flow through security, but it also puts your belongings at risk of being left behind and binned. Onboard, excessive jewelry can become uncomfortable during long flights, especially when sleeping, or even pose a safety risk in an emergency. Travel experts suggest sticking to minimal, simple pieces that won't interfere with security scans or in-flight comfort. Number 7. Elaborate hair accessories. Accessories like metal clips, decorative combs, oversized barrettes, or jeweled pins might add flair to your outfit, but they can create unnecessary issues during travel. Many of these accessories contain enough metal to trigger airport security scanners, which means you could be pulled aside for additional screening or asked to remove them in front of a crowd. TSA officers often flag large or metal-heavy hair accessories because they obstruct clear imaging on body scanners. That leads to delays and potentially awkward pat-downs. Beyond security, these accessories can also become uncomfortable during a long flight, especially if you plan to rest or lean your head against the seat. They can dig into your scalp or snap off mid-flight. Flight attendants and frequent flyers recommend using soft, simple hair ties or plastic clips that won't interfere with screening or your in-flight comfort. If you want to wear decorative hair pieces, it's better to pack them in your carry-on and put them on after you arrive at your destination. Number 8. Bulky or oversized clothing. These outfits often create more problems than they solve. Large jackets, oversized hoodies, and extra baggy layers can make you overheat while walking through the airport, then freeze once you board the plane and take them off. Worse, they often slow down the security screening process. TSA agents may need to double check for hidden items, especially if the clothing looks like it could conceal something. According to TSA guidelines and travel security experts, overly loose or puffy clothing often leads to additional pat-downs or delays at security checkpoints. This is because scanners can't always clearly read what's underneath. Once on the plane, those extra layers also take up space, especially in already cramped seating areas. Flight attendants recommend layering smarter. Opt for thinner, well-fitted pieces you can easily remove or pack away. A zip-up fleece or travel-friendly jacket with pockets gives you warmth, utility, and mobility without flagging you for extra screening or crowding your seat. 9. The tight jeans plus crop top combo. It might be a go-to streetwear look, but it falls short when it comes to airport practicality. Tight denim restricts movement and blood circulation, especially during long flights where you're seated for hours with little leg room. This can increase the risk of swelling and even more serious issues like deep vein thrombosis. Crop tops, on the other hand, leave your midsection exposed, which becomes uncomfortable in the cold, dry air of airplane cabins. Health experts recommend loose, breathable clothing on flights to promote better circulation and comfort. Flight crews often see passengers bundled up in airplane blankets after regretting light tops and tight bottoms. Not only are crop tops impractical when the temperature drops, but they also offer little protection in case of seatbelt discomfort or unexpected turbulence. For a better alternative, swap in high-waisted joggers or stretch pants with a relaxed fit tee or lightweight hoodie. You'll stay comfortable through security, in the cabin, and even during those long layovers without sacrificing style. Number 10. Strong fragrances. Wearing strong perfumes, colognes, or scented body sprays during air travel might seem harmless, but it can actually create a very uncomfortable environment for the people around you. Airplane cabins are enclosed spaces with recycled air, and there's no easy escape from overwhelming scents. What smells pleasant to one person can trigger headaches, nausea, or allergic reactions in another, especially in tight quarters where personal space is limited. According to flight attendants and medical professionals, strong fragrances are one of the top top passenger complaints on flights. Some airlines have even received formal reports from travelers with asthma or fragrance sensitivities after sitting near someone wearing heavy scents. The confined cabin air only makes the scent more intense. Instead of using strong perfumes before flying, it's better to stick with unscented deodorant and fresh, clean clothing. If you need a refresh during travel, a light facial mist or unscented wipes are safer alternatives. Being scent conscious isn't just courteous, it ensures a more comfortable and breathable space for everyone on board. Number 11, rompers and jumpsuits. These might be trendy and feel like an easy all-in-one outfit, but they quickly turn into a hassle once you're in transit. The biggest issue, using the restroom. In most cases, you have to completely undress just to go, which becomes incredibly inconvenient in cramped airplane lavatories or during rush bathroom breaks between connections. That kind of wardrobe struggle isn't something you want to deal with mid-flight or in a busy terminal. Travel bloggers and flight attendants regularly point out jumpsuits as one of the most impractical travel outfits. Beyond the restroom logistics, some styles have zippers or fastenings that are difficult to manage in tight spaces or when you're tired and jet lagged. Plus, if the fabric is thick or layered, it can trap heat during boarding and leave you too warm until the cabin cools. That's all for today. If you found these tips helpful, then do not forget to like, subscribe, and share the video with your friends.